Welcome to the News Minute. I am Abhishek. Over the past few months, a conflict has been brewing between the union government and the state of Tamil Nadu over the denial of 2,000 crores of Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan educational funds to the state. The union has denied these funds over the state's rejection of the National Education Policy 2020. To talk to us in this regard, we have with us today Congress leader and Thiruvallur MP Sasikanth Senthil. He has announced an indefinite hunger strike protesting the issue. Before we go over to him, a small request and reminder. News Minute Tamil and News Laundry, we are a complete ad-free platform. We do not depend on government ads from political parties or corporate houses to do our reporting. We depend on you, our subscriber. If you like the work we are doing and wish for us to continue, please become a paid subscriber of the News Minute by scanning this QR code and click the link in the description to contribute to our Reporters Fund.
So, first of all, why now? The top court has said there is no urgency in the issue and they've basically pushed the issue. So, why such a protest now? What is the...
See, what's happening is that, many people think it is just a big policy fight, right? New education policy, whether Tamil Nadu accepts or not. Now, it would have been a policy fight. But what the union government has done is, it has clubbed all the money which used to come in other flagship programs of the education department and started saying that we will not release any component. See, earlier, Tamil Nadu never accepted 3-language policy, because of which we couldn't get Navodaya schools, because it was a compulsory thing in Navodaya school. Tamil Nadu did not sign, and hence the center, we didn't have a problem. But then the union government never said that we will stop your Salaries Shiksha Abhiyan money because of that. We will stop your RT money because of that. We will stop your teacher salaries because of that. This is the first time unprecedentedly this is happening. Now, what has happened now? For the past 6 months, the Tamil Nadu government and many colleague MPs, we have been constantly asking the central government not to do this, union government not to do this. But no answer. And in fact, we had a very straight answer from the education minister that we will not release your money until you sign the NEP. This is no way a union government, interacts with the federal structure. So, after 6 months, now what has happened is, the children who have been enrolled in RTE, around 4 lakh kids, they are unable to pay their fees. And RTE schools are not government schools, they are private schools. And if they don't get their fees component, they are going to either treat the child differently or they're going to ask him to go home. Now, many people have come with such issues to me, even in my own constituency. So, it is a time that if this money is not released now, then many will be out of school. So, we didn't have any other option. I didn't have any other option than to bring light to the subject.
Yeah, so, sir, more on that subject, what are the concrete effects of such a move on the part of the union?
So, one is clearly non-payment of RTE fees. Then another is teacher salaries. A portion of the salary has to be paid by now I think the state government is bearing the cost. How long can they do it? Then there is a quality component in this entire thing about, education. And so, there's a lot of quality components which come inside this Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. That will be stopped. So, the union government has the thing to say that we will not release any money until you sign NEP. How can this be? No, children cannot be, held hostage to policy fights. You have your fights. You sit in the table, discuss, negotiate, do whatever you want. But how can you deny money? And this is taxpayers' money collected from our own people. How can you say that we will not be releasing this money? So, I don't think it's the right thing to do, and we should never do this with children.
Sir, about the linking of RT and SSA funds to NEP, how legal is it exactly? What are the legal aspects?
I don't think at all it is legal at all. What does RT has to do with NEP?
Yeah.
Not legal at all. And it is right to education. It is almost like a fundamental right given, right? So I completely don't see the point of this government doing this. My only demand in the hunger strike is release the money immediately. Don't put the children in pain. You have your policy issues. Please sit and discuss with the government on the table.
So, the union government has submitted before the Madras High Court also that they will not release these funds despite the Madras High Court's directions. No funds have been released. So, how do you think they will? Do you think there will be a change in their stance?
If you don't respect the courts, you don't respect the people, you don't respect the parliament, what do you respect? So I am literally left with no option in my hands. I have gone to the education minister thrice. He has given appointment, never met me. I have brought this issue as a 0R. We couldn't convene the parliament. I have brought this as a private resolution. What do you expect us to do? So, it's atrocious, and I think this is unprecedented in the history of India that a union government has stopped money for children.
So, in the Madras High Court direction, it has said to the union government that the RT component is separate from the SSA. It has asked the government to release 200 crores in RT funds. It has also directed the state government to start admissions. The state has not started admissions. They have not opened the portal yet. But though that direction came in June, as of yet, no move has been made to open the portal.
See, as far as RT is concerned, this has been an issue for the last couple of years. The late payment of RT fees, precisely because central government is not releasing money at the right time, is become a big sore point inside RT. I really wonder whether they are willing to, what is their intention? Is their intention to make RT successful, or are they trying to scuttle it? So that itself has become a big issue. Now in the parliament, when a union government says, for a question by Mr. Ganapati Rajkumar, they have very clearly said for 24-25, the amount which is being released to Tamil Nadu is zero. We will not release any money to Tamil Nadu. Which means that on what basis the state government will have to go ahead and do this?
Yeah.
You are not ready to talk, you are not ready to negotiate, you are very blatantly saying that we will not give any money until you sign NEP. So the state government is also left with very little options.
Okay. Has any other state been facing a similar issue? Is it
Kerala and West Bengal? Yeah, they are facing issues. I'm sure they must be also trying the normal means, which is generally in a federal system, a state government talks to a union government. But I don't think these things are going to work in this system, and hence we have been forced to sit on an hunger strike.
Okay. So, in terms of federalism, how exactly do you think such moves affect us? What is the larger?
It's a complete scuttling of the delicate federal structure that we have. I think it's basically BJP's non-understanding of this whole system is creating this problem. They do not understand what a union is. They do not understand what a state is. That kind of a unitary system does not exist in our country. It is very alien to our country. It doesn't exist. So I think it's a very, very wrong way to see things. And my whole point is, why are you bringing children into this ideological fight? You pay their fees. Have your fight. Pay their fees. In the next year, you want to drop some programs, that's a different call. You can't, stop payment of SSA funds just because you have some other policy issue with the government.
Sir, can you maybe throw some light on the 3-language policy and what it entails and what the state's opposition exactly is?
See, it has a long history. In the 60s, when Hindi was made an official language, and when reading of Hindi became compulsory, Tamil Nadu resisted, and their resistance in that point of time also was this compulsory nature of pushing in a subject,
Yeah.
which the Tamil Nadu leaders had a vision that maybe in the future this will be overtaking everything, and then they will lose their local identity and language. And as you know, Tamil is a very old language, and people are very sentimental about the language and the way they need to protect it. So there was a huge backlash, which was later rescinded, and then then English was also made equally possible until everything is all right, and then this came. Now, since then, union governments have had three language policies, three languages as in the education system. But Tamil Nadu since then has not accepted a three language policy. For Tamil Nadu, Hindi is an imposition,
Yeah.
and Hindi is imposed because that in the future there can be only one language in the entire country. That's the perception, and that's the idea of the Tamil Nadu state. Now, this has been happening for a long time. All you have to do is sit and negotiate, sit and talk, sit and convince. That's what you have to do in a federal system.
Yeah.
You can't be running the writ on such sensitive issues like language, religion, and all those things. So this is what the union government is trying to do. Even now in this NEP, from what I understand, Tamil Nadu is saying that don't ask us to sign the clause that we accept the NEP.
Yeah.
There are portions of NEP which we don't agree with. There might be some portions. We will think about it. This is a perfect thing to negotiate. Now, you want the state government to sign this thing, which Tamil Nadu will never do, I suppose.
Sir,
And by the way, Tamil Nadu's education system is much, much, much better than any system. It is very output oriented. It is very social justice oriented. And because of that social justice system that we had, I could very proudly say that, our developmental indicators are much higher than anybody else.
sir, about the state and its options. As far as the RT is concerned, it's a 60-40 split between the state and the center. And one of the primary directions of the Madras High Court was that the state cannot use the SSA funds as an excuse to stop RT admissions. Do you have something to comment on this?
No, see, now the state has to pay the schools, right? Now, when they are not able to pay the last quarter, how do you expect the state to move forward?
Yeah.
What if tomorrow you come and say all RT is gone?
Yeah.
So, state needs clarity to work.
Yeah.
If there is a fund agreement between the state and the center, it has to be obliged. Otherwise, it's a big issue.
Yes. Again, about the court, the Supreme Court back in June, when the state moved for urgent hearing, the Supreme Court said there is no urgency in this plea. We will hear it later on. Why do you think such a verdict was reached?
Because Supreme Court also, I feel that does not understand the urgency of this issue. They might be thinking it's a policy matter. Okay, it can be heard, but by clubbing everything together and stopping the funds, the union government has converted it into a very urgent, very emergent issue, and that's why a member of parliament has to sit in hunger strike to get the fees.
What is the situation in the parliament, sir? How are the MPs taking it? Is there widespread support?
Obviously, I think this issue has been raised in the parliament, and we all saw the way the union minister, education minister answered for it. It was again a blame game kind of stuff, and this whole idea of this single unitary state with unitary religion is very blatant in their the way they are presenting this. So I don't think any self-respecting federal state would take that argument. So there is widespread support from the member of parliaments and also the other states.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
We will look with interest into what happens with this. Thanks a lot. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.